I promised I'd be back soon. Here I am. And I'm so excited. It's been years that I've been growing peppers, and I finally have a white one. I am so excited about this, my hands are almost shaking. To prove that it's white and not just a creamy yellow, there's a yellow one. There's your comparison. This is an actual white Fatalii, and I am just dying to chomp down on this. However, it's been several hours since I've eaten. Priorities, priorities, folks. So, instead of going into any more detail here, I'm going to go to town on these fajitas that I have made, while you folks go back in time once again by the magic of YouTube and take a look at this wonderful plant. We'll be right back. As a raven caws in the distance, we are here checking out the white Fatalii. That's what they look like. I'm so excited. It's such a pretty creamy color. This one on the bottom right here. So here's how you can tell the difference. See that light color of the one in the center there? How light that green is? And how much darker that green is right there. Hang on. That one right there in the center. That is how you can tell if it's going to turn white or turn red like that guy down there. But we're trying the white ones today. I'm not going to bother with the red ones because red is getting boring, and this is what I've been most excited about. The plant looks less healthy. The bottom leaves were huge and have all but fallen off at this point. They weren't getting a lot of light anyway, so they were kind of useless. So that's okay. I'm going to be isolating this plant for sure. It is huge, and there are pods all the way in the back over there that look good too. I'm definitely saving this one for next year and hopefully getting seeds from it. This right here is another one, but it has yet to produce even a flower that I can see. I don't think there's even a bud coming up on any of these up here. Maybe right down there, I think I see one. But this is the one that we're keeping. So let's pluck one off of here and give it a try. Much better. I'm not doing this on an empty stomach. So, got a lot to cover on this one. Because my tablet is dying, I spent all day at work with it on and forgot to plug it in. Because my tablet is dying, I'm going to get into some information about this wonderful and beautiful and delicious looking. Oh my god, I've got 3 white chilies in front of me, but look at this one. It's the whitest of the white. Oh, well, no, I take it back. You put it in the light, they all look fantastic. I hope that wasn't blocking my voice too much. I'm excited. I can't put into words how excited I am about this. So, the Fatalii has this strange thing about it, that it's one of the few that has a Wikipedia page. And I'm going to get you a little bit of information directly from that. So if you won't mind, I'm going to be looking away and reading. Hopefully I can still project that direction. Oh, God. I may have eaten those fajitas a little too quickly. Obviously, it's a capsicum chinense. It's developed in southern or central Africa from chilies introduced from the Americas. Supposedly all chilies came from the Americas, most likely central to south. Maybe some actually originated in North America, I'm not sure. I actually kind of want to research that a little bit and find out the origin and see if they all, I know they kind of all probably come back to one original plant in the nightshade family because they are all nightshades. Which, by the way, a lot of plants share that. Like tomatoes are a nightshade, but luckily enough, my tomatoes aren't going to be crossing with any of these to, well, I guess I could say unluckily enough, I can't get white tomatoes next year that are ridiculously hot. Described as having a fruity citrus flavor, like most of the chinense, with a searing heat comparable to the habanero. Oh, God, I hope this doesn't have a habanero heat. That's the one thing that can make this disappointing. Although, probably only disappointing for this video because the habanero is still one of my favorite to make sauces with. To which it's related and from which it may have derived. So this could be in the habanero family. Originally from the Americas, like all chili species, yeah, there we go. A specific variety known as Fatalii was discovered and is thought to have developed in Central Africa, since commerce between the Americas and Africa has spanned a long time, since some 4 centuries or more. This is uncontroversial. And it's got a description about how the plant looks, which we've already been over. Eating a whole chili and chewing for at least 10 seconds before swallowing, not recommended for untrained testers. This describes where somebody else felt the heat. See, I hear these videos and people describe where the heat is, and I don't think there's any point in that. I do it sometimes because I just sort of run out of stuff to talk about, but I genuinely think that each one affects each person just a little bit differently. It's got to have some sort of a genetic thing. So this one is apparently the least warm of all of them. This apparently has very pronounced citrus, lime, and lemon flavors. That excites me, because anything to get out of just the ordinary habanero ghost taste would be great. Okay, I'm just going to skip ahead for the rest of this and do my own taste test and tell you what I think. Fatalii is known for its extreme heat and citrus flavor. Can be made into a hot sauce with other citrus flavors, including lime and lemon. Heat can be reduced with oil and nuts. And like anything else, variations of the Fatalii hot sauces often include fruits like pineapple and mango. It can be used fresh, diced to add heat and spice to marinades, dressings, barbecue sauces, salsa. It's a pepper. That's what they're saying. It's a pepper. It can be used in hot sauces like a pepper. It can be chopped up and put into a stir fry like a pepper. Fantastic. I am tired of wasting time on this. I've got other things to talk about right quick before I get to this part. First, I'm going to turn this off because I don't want it to completely die on me. So, I believe, maybe not last time, but the time before last, I had mentioned that I had 3 full trays of Super Hots dehydrating, and I have once again 3 full trays of Super Hots dehydrated. Those in a large container like this, that yields about that much. Now, that doesn't look like a lot, but 3 trays of this would fill up one of those regular everyday spice jars probably. Let's see if we can sort of get it to one side a little bit. You can see, yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit in there. And that will last you a good long while. So what I would like to do is fill this up and then give the rest away until this one's gone. That means probably years. The other things I've been working on, as far as this goes, the first mega hot sauce of the year, the ferment, is coming along quite nicely. You see the bottom has that nice cloudy look to it. That's kind of what you're going for. That's all that bacteria doing its job in there. The top up here looks really good. I don't see any color from mold. I don't even see any white on there, which means there's no cam yeast, which means I've got the balance pretty darn good on this. And if I can, let's see if we can hear this. Yeah, a little bit of a hiss there. There's still CO2 coming out. I can actually still see bubbles come up when I do that. That's always good. That means it's fermenting properly. The other sauce that I'm working on, and the only ones that I actually would be working on are going to be ferments, would be this much lighter sauce, which is about 80%, no, higher than that, 90% Bahamian goat, which is why it's got this lovely orange, this color to it. See? And I threw in a few of my ahi pineapples, just to see if I could change the flavor a little bit. Lots of bubbles coming out on this one because I started it about 3 days ago. Still plenty of it. Oh yeah, God, that actually sprayed off the side a little bit. I just shook it. I had it originally submerged under with a fresh cheesecloth and a little and a spacer on top of it, but yeah, that didn't last. It just sort of folded down in the middle and stuff came up the side, but that's okay. The first thing you want to do with ferments is get your brine right, and I did these with a very simple brine, which was 1 quart of water with 2 full tablespoons of salt. Uniodized, always. Uniodinized. Whichever one doesn't have iodine in it. I think it's uniodized. Mix until the salt is as fully dissolved as you can get it. Then pour over what you've got. If you need more, cut it in half. Make 2 cups with 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon. And then whatever you don't use when covering it, you can save in your fridge or even outside of your fridge. It's not going to grow anything. It's salt water. Gets that nice air pocket at the top. It pushes all the oxygen up as the CO2 gets released, and then you release the oxygen out. Now you got this layer of CO2. Nothing gross is going to be growing up there, but I still come in every day and give it a good shake-a-rooney, and I'll give it a better one. There we go. Oop, you can actually see stuff bubbling out a little bit there. Anywho, yeah, so this is going to hopefully be as delicious as it looks. And those are the 2 big ones I've been working on. I've got more stuff coming in. These are both, these are all 3. The one that I just tried, the Devil's Tongue Yellow. We can see the difference now a little bit clearer when I said that these were a goldenrod yellow versus, well, no, even still in this. Okay, man, it's a little bit more apparent in person, but the ahi pineapple is very yellow, and these are a little bit darker, almost like an orangey mix. But I brought these in not to talk about the fact that I picked 3 of them. Nobody cares. I brought them in as a comparison. So we can see the size is about, this is just a little bit longer. That's and the bigger one over here is a little bit thicker as well. Other than that, they're pretty similar looking. This is the difference between it and the lighter orangey color. This is closer to a habanero-ish orange. But yeah, so that gives you a good idea of the size of the pods. Because, I mean, if you don't know how big my hands are, I could have tiny hands and this could be like a 14-inch long, or this could be like a 1-inch long pepper. Or I could have enormous hands, they're kind of big, and this could be like a foot long. But my hands are actually pretty average given my size. Anywho, I've talked enough about this. I'm excited, or at least I was much more excited until I read those descriptors talking about the searing pain. That's what this is for. And get that started real quick. So, the white I'm not nervous, I'm just excited. The white Fatalii. Which one do I need to bite into? I think I'll go with this one because I'm going to save the seeds from it, and it was way deep down inside the plant. Excuse my face. It's not gross. It's a little difficult to swallow right now. Okay. Chewed it for a good bit. Once I swallowed it, the heat started to build. I thought it was completely heatless except for just this little tiny tinge, but now that I've swallowed it, starting to build up a little bit. I didn't get a huge amount of placenta in there. It actually is a pretty deep pod. Similar to a habanero, but it does have a bit of a different taste. I can't say better or worse, but I can definitely say it's slightly different. It's not as pronounced a difference as the ahi pineapple. This one is still the most unique of anything I've ever tasted from a pepper. Heat on this one is not anywhere near what I was expecting. There's your proof. You know, that is a little bit sweet. Man, that's what I was trying to see if I could taste a difference in. Ooh. It's like a threatening heat. It's like I'm here, and every time you exhale, I'm going to remind you that I'm here, but it's still very mellow. This is another one of those ones that would be just great for someone who's working their way up the chili scale. I can't remember the one that I did 2 episodes ago. It might have been this one, the one where I said it was the perfect heat for someone just getting started. This would probably be your next step up. It's warm, for sure. I'm sweating a little bit, but I was also outside briefly. Plus, I just had some spicy, well, a little bit of salsa on my dinner. But, oh, and this is also warm. That's not too terrible. Yeah, the more perceptive of you might have realized that this is 2 episodes in a row I haven't had ice cream. I'm actually not going to be using ice cream anymore, I don't think. With the exceptions of the videos of the super duper hots that I know are going to be ridiculously hot. Like the 7-pot Primo coming up, I'll probably have ice cream on hand simply because I don't want to chug that much milk. But I'm trying to cut down on my sugar intake. I'm a little bit of a husky guy, and I'm trying to be less of that. So, okay. Best I can say, based on what I'm tasting here, this is very similar to a habanero, but it is different. How different? Kind of hard to say. Yeah, there's the itchies on the head, which means I'm starting to sweat a little bit there. I like it. I'm definitely 100% not upset by this lack of difference in flavor. I expected it to be similar to the rest because all of them, for the most part, have had some similarities to another one, with one major exception. Well, 2. I still think that the best of the super hots, taste-wise, was the Trinidad Moruga Scorpion / Reaper. They both taste almost identical, and my God, they're delicious. It's just so painful to go through that. Ugh. And this one is very habanero-y. So yeah, with a little bit of extra sweetness on this one. It may just be me trying to taste that, but that's what I taste. And I can smell it too. So yeah, we see that seeds are tucked away in the back there, very protected by this fairly thick-walled pod. This one feels like it's way thicker, and I mean, it's like firm. This one is a little less so, but it's also been on the plant a good while. It's actually turning a little bit of a dingy yellow on the tip. This one was very much exactly what I wanted it to look like. So yeah, okay. I'm happy with this. I didn't need to chug dairy products to survive this one. I will take a sip of it though, just to wash the rest of this down. All right. No complaints, none at all. Because I went into it with the mind state that this wasn't going to be a brand new 100% never tasted before thing. I'm not disappointed. I am very excited at how well this turned out looks-wise. I will be 100% isolating seeds from this to make sure I have plenty of them next year, because I do want to make white hot pepper, or white hot powder. This would be one step toward it. If I can get a hold of 7-pot whites, that would be like my ultimate, I think. I have the seeds from the 7-pot white crossed with the big yellow mama, and I grew 2 of them, and one of them looks like it's going to be a white pod, one of them doesn't. Mellow burn on this, a little bit of hang time, and it's all pretty much dissipating now. I will be totally fine in about 2 more minutes probably. And so anywho, yeah, I want to grow as much of the white stuff as I can because I would like to be able to just sprinkle it invisibly on anything that I want. Like if you see red pepper flakes going into something, you immediately are bracing for something. But if you can't see it at all, it's a little bit more surprising. So this would be more for things for, I guess, myself. I don't play heat tricks on other people often. I will warn someone if something is going to be spicy. I may not tell them the exact extent, but I also won't feed someone a Reaper without them knowing. Okay, yeah, heat's good. Heat's gone. I'm back to 100% normal. Just, I mean, I can taste a little bit of tinge, but it's like, you know, I had a jalapeno 5 minutes ago. And I think from here I can end the video. I've been rambling on for almost 20 minutes now. Jesus H. My excitement level on this video was through the roof, I guess. I hope I didn't ramble too much, and I hope you enjoyed. And the white ghost, real thick saliva. Sorry, that's a little gross. But the white ghost might be next. There's a 7-pot yellow primo turning on the plant. Oh god, I don't want to do that review because the 7 pots are ridiculously hot. The primos are primo in the heat department. But then again, the white ghost doesn't sound a whole lot better. But, you know, I've had a red ghost before. And if this versus the searing heat of a yellow Fatalii, if the white is any indicator of how the ghost is going to be, then hopefully it won't be as bad. But that'll be coming soon. I will see you then. For all of you growers out there, keep them coming. And let me know what you think. Take care.